Every stoner in Berkeley loved April a lot. Every spring much marijuana was bought. For when it was the 20th day of the month, it was time to buy swishers and smoke lots of blunts.
But Agent Goodrich, he did not. He hated 420 and kept the block hot, for he was a DEA agent in love when smokers were caught.
Oh, that smell! That smell! That smell! They should all go to hell! I hate that stink! That stink of the dank! It smells of a skunk, which makes me want to blow chunks of. I hate it! I hate it! I hate it a lot! I really hate weed. I'm disgusted by pot. I loathe that dead, stupid 420. Those silly kids wasting their parents' money, laughing so much, but nothing is funny. Sitting out on Memorial Blade, their eyes all red, squinted, and glazed. They are all so stupid, lazy, and glazed. It makes me so awfully perturbed. The ASUC supporting this day was superb, putting on concerts encouraging the smoking of herb. It makes me so pissed. These criminals must cease and desist. This night on 420, I will make it all stop. I will go down in history as the very best cop.
Whoa. And then Agent Goodrich has a devious plan to end 420 all through the land.
Together with his drug-sniffing cur, the plague of reefer madness would be cured. His old uniform from Domino's he did don, then off into the night.
I'll bring those kids a big pizza pie. They won't suspect a thing because they'll be high. And I'll be in the disguise of a delivery guy. Only stoners call Domino's after 11 o'clock, so they'll open their doors when I knock.
All through the neighborhood, Agent Goodrich did creep. Only stoners were awake, all straight edges asleep.
The stoners were ready for their big day. They had their stashes of copious hay. Their bombs were all clean and ready to go. Many among them had begun to smoke.
Among these were young Grace and Frank, who had already begun to indulge in their dank. When over their music they heard a clank, clank, clank.
The noise, it came from the door, and with it the smell of pepperoni galore.
I don't remember ordering pizza.
It was true. Not a single order was placed. Not one by Frank, and not one by Grace. But they decided to open the door despite getting up off the couch being a chore.
Nose goes.
Here, I have your calzone.
Hey man, come in. We're smoking alone. I've got an ounce of cushion. It's all homegrown. That's a sweet dog you got. Would you like a bone?
And that's how Frank and Grace let a narc into their home.
McGruff's all right, and I'm okay too. I don't want to smoke, but I'll chill here with you.
Well, I'll pack an extra large bowl in case you change your mind and no longer wish to decline.
Once they were sufficiently blown, they began to consume their delicious calzone. The baked cheesy goodness they did inhale, burning their mouths on cheese that was 420 degrees on the Fahrenheit scale.
Tired from their food coma, they soon fell asleep. Asleep so deep they did not even need to count sheep.
With his victims in a slumber, Agent Goodrich sent his dog to recover. A nug that had dropped onto the rug, and some on the counter, even some in an empty container of whey protein powder.
All the cannabis the canine detected, Goodrich bent over and collected into his pizza holder the ganja went. He left none, not even a cent.
All over town, Goodrich went with his hound, and at the end of the night, his bag weighed 23 pounds.
Ha ha!
The agent to himself thought,
How can they have 420 without any pot?
When he returned home, he placed the bag next to his bed where it could not be stolen by any dirty potheads.
Dirty potheads.
And that night, he had the soundest of sleeps, knowing he had taken a reefer off of his streets.
On 420, when Frank and Grace awoke, they were excited and eager to smoke. But to their dismay, all their bud had gone away.
I can't find it anywhere. I've looked all over the place. In my underwear drawer, under my pillowcase, in the empty shoebox and the big yellow vase, behind lace curtains and the broken clock face. I looked in the living room, the kitchen, and the closet. I even checked your cutout copy of The Hobbit. I just cannot believe it's not here. I cannot find it anywhere.
Every nook, every step, he took all the weed. He didn't have the decency to leave behind a seed. Who on earth would do such a deed?
A thug? Only a thug would take our nugs.
Only a thief would steal our keep and cause mystery.
That has no snatch, our stash and hash should be smashed, bashed, gashed, lashed, and mashed.
Don't worry, you can always call Dominic.
Dominic has always got the chronic. But when Frank called his guy, his call was only met with a sigh. He too had been robbed.
Why?
I guess this 420 will just have to go dry. It's just another day. We don't have to get high. And they began to look to the present just to get by.
But then, a miracle happened that day, and the sun shined in just the right way, and it concentrated itself in just one spot. Enough to ignite part of Goodering's confiscated pot.
Then the smoke began to billow over Goodrich's head, resting on a pillow.
In through the nostrils his smoke did travel, and that's when it happened. Something magical. The bitter old man's spirits were lifted, and in his sleep his drug views were shifted.
And when he arose, he said with a shout, not even stopping to let his bedroom air out.
I love pot. It's for me without any doubt. But this pot is not mine. I must smoke them all out.
Oh, let's get it together, will you?
McGruff,